Google Bard predicts XRP price after Bitcoin halving. XRP price risks 7% fall as Ripple lawyer names the single biggest threat to crypto in US. And what would happen if you invested $1,000 in Ripple 3 years ago? How much would you have now? Guys, we've got so much to talk about today in the XRP community. Make sure you stick around for the whole entire video to get all the important information. I'm your host, Amr. Let me fix my camera real quick. And let's jump right into it, y'all. All right. I'm so glad to be back, y'all. I remember making these videos. Feels like it's been forever. But yeah, let's get into it. So first we got this post coming on the XRP subreddit I wanted to get into. This one is a very basic, but I thought it was kind of intriguing. XRP new. Has anyone got tips, advice for a beginner? I use Binance. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. So firstly, we got Dunk KW saying buy and hold in an offline wallet. Don't sell. Keep it safe. This isn't a short-term investment. Don't tell anyone on the internet how much you hold. Don't send it to anyone who you do not intend to keep it. Even if this person tells you they represent Ripple Labs, don't send any XRP anywhere without doing a small test transaction first to make sure it goes through. Very fantastic advice. I mean, I feel like it kind of goes without saying, like that's just kind of anything to do with your money, at least the second half of it. The first part where it's talking about this isn't a short-term investment, I love that advice. Truthfully, guys, like don't be looking at this as day trading. I don't think I don't think XRP is really good for that kind of stuff. And I honestly am not really big on day trading in general. It's just kind of like gambling to me, and like I don't know, maybe you just got to be, maybe I'm just not good at it. But from what I've seen, it's kind of like, kind of engulfs you in. Regardless, though, fantastic advice from Dun KW. Next, we got this one coming from Pac-Man Dan. And I believe he made a post a couple days ago or yesterday about on the subreddit. But let's get into it. So copy and paste the Binance XRP wallet address into xrpscan.com. If the website doesn't recognize it, you were swindled by Binance and bought their fake Ethereum-based poop coins that they peg to XRP rather than XRP itself. If XRP scan does recognize it, move it off of Binance to a XUMM host wallet and leave it there until you are ready to work with it. I don't think the amount you indicated is necessarily worth spending an extra $200 or however much they cost on a Ledger or Trezor hard wallet. The XUMM hot wallet will cost 10 XRP to create, much less than a cold hardware wallet. Good luck. Fantastic. I think there's a lot of really good information in here, and I assume majority of you guys aren't novices when it comes to XRP, but it's very interesting. I think it's good to take a look back and kind of appreciate this. Next, we got this coming on another post on the subreddit coming from Saxon Monet. I bought a load of Binance a while back, and as Binance and CZ are sketchy AF, I transferred all my holdings out there onto crypto.com and my Coinbase wallet. My XRP went there and it was wrapped on arrival pre-XRP listing. Question is, would I have to transfer back to Binance to unwrap it and sell it on the exchange, or can I do that on Coinbase or crypto.com? Thanks in advance. Essential Dude says you would have to sell them on Coinbase and buy XRP, or you can try using a DEX. CB or DEX, best to use uphold. So it looks like the general consensus of these three comments are CB and DEX. So I don't know if anybody was facing this. I know I recently covered a lot of the Binance issues that was going on, especially what was going with Chingpeng Zhao. Hopefully I pronounced his name right. I'm really trying, guys. But yeah. Anyways, let's hop into some articles here. We got, if you invested $1,000 in Ripple XRP 3 years ago, this is how much you would have now. So I kind of wanted to highlight this article because it was kind of intriguing. It's not exactly what you'd expect. So let's get into it. So imagine buying $1,000 of Ripple 3 years ago. That was before the Securities and Exchange Commission filed a trade-stopping lawsuit that is still inching its way through the legal system. Before the latest cryptocurrency surge and before the crypto war winter that followed, many digital currencies have soared over this period. For example, Bitcoin has gained 143% and Ethereum posted a 333% price increase. There was clearly some room for crypto gains in this time span. So let's see how would that $1,000 investment in Ripple have performed over the past 3 years. And here's a chart for it. So it looks like if you started with $1,000 on XRP, it would come out about to be $1,18,000. That's a gain of 18% in 3 years, adding $180 to your hypothetical investment. The compound annual growth rate, CAGR, works out to be 5.7%, trailing behind the S&P 500 stock market index CAGR at 8%. So I found that very astounding because I genuinely thought it would be like a lot more money. You know, people think if you go 3 years ago and you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin, whoa, you would have a lot more now. But Let's see why that's happening. So first and foremost, Ripple investors paid close attention to the SEC lawsuit. The legal challenge knocked Ripple out of all action in the US in all US cryptocurrency trading platforms for more than 2 years. The return to trading on services such as Coinbase was not a complete triumph, but a partial courtroom win with the potential to drag out across several years of appeals. How incomplete is a victory? Well, fairly rambunctious trading platforms like Robinhood still aren't comfortable with Ripple's legal situation and have not yet enabled trading of the cryptocurrency. So the current state of the relative normalcy is just that, a small step forward with miles left to go. Ripple investors are wise to keep a close eye on the initial decision, the upcoming trial, and whether it comes out next. Nothing has been written in stone yet. Apart from that, the Ripple Payments, formerly Ripple Network, International Payments Network, has shown some progress over the last few years. For example, the Republic of Palau is developing an official stablecoin based on Ripple's technology. Ripple European regulators are working closely with Ripple Labs to develop a border crossing payments framework, currently in an early testing phase. It's not just easy to focus on global attention on these modest business improvements in the shadow of the potentially game-changing legal drama. And now I'm back in a New York courtroom again, alongside other Ripple investors. I pay attention to developments in those halls of justice. So very intriguing points here, guys. Very important information here. A lot of people are still hung up about the SEC lawsuit, and truthfully, it makes sense as an investor, especially if you're a whale and you're holding a lot of potential, a lot of assets that you're really willing to risk. You'd want to make sure that that risk you're doing is somewhat worth it, and you could see a clear thing, because at the end of the day, it does look like the case is going towards Ripple's favor, right? However, at the same time, you can never be sure. So I think a lot of people are just waiting for this to resolve. And I think once we see that, we're going to see a huge boom. But that's just my personal belief. Anything I say is not financial advice or any cryptocurrency trading advice. It's just my personal opinion, what I'm believing in. Next, let's get into this. XRP price falls 7% risks fall 7% fall as Ripple lawyer names the single biggest threat to the crypto in the US. So let's get into it. So this is from Johnny D, and he said her bill is a big deal. 9 US senators have joined her, including Republicans and independents. As I've said, if you're talking about people, Elizabeth Warren is single biggest threat to crypto in the United States. Interesting. So these comments come after Warren proposed a bill to crack down on the crypto industry at large, adding that it needs to be brought into greater compliance. Per the bill, which is called the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2023, Warren's bone of contention is that digital currencies are an enabler of criminal activity, which is why she suggests the use of stringent regulatory frameworks to address the asset class. So here's the bill. Here's how they're talking about it, and here's how it's highlighted from Miss Warren herself, or Mrs. Warren herself, right? So let's get into it. So the bill garnered support from both sides of the political divide, Democrats and Republicans, compromising a coalition within the banking committee. She calls for increased vigilance and reporting due diligence, including know your customer KYC requirements and filing reports on transactions involving unhosted wallets. These are responsibilities featured in the Bank Secrecy Act, BSA. It is worth noting that Warren has introduced 305 bills in Congress, none of which have become law. However, this one could deliver a different outcome considering the bipartisan support it has garnered following the recent Binance debacle. Sorry, I'm still a little sick. Meanwhile, as Deaton takes a shot at Senator Warren, XRP price remains underwater, risking an extended 7% slump to the $0.5773 support level after a rejection from the supply zone. Very, very crazy. Next, real quick to wrap up this video, is the Google Bard predicts XRP price after Bitcoin halving. And now, guys, I usually don't like to talk about AI predictions on price. I usually like to get it from people who are analysts and kind of know their stuff, because I assume they already reference AI and reference all the different tools that they have. But at the same time, Google Bard is very new, and I thought it was very interesting. I've seen some very interesting use cases of Google Bard outside of the crypto realm, and it does seem a little inconsistent, but it's kind of fun. So I wanted to just check this out and kind of go in there. So Google Bard, let's get right into it. So Bitcoin's price movements have continued to influence the overall direction of the broader crypto market. The asset recent push beyond $44,000 has catalyzed an altcoin rally that has led to multiple yearly peaks. With Bitcoin's next halving only a few months away, market watchers have projected various price surges for the crypto asset following the halving. Trading firm Matrixport asserted that Bitcoin could hit $125,000 after the halving. Dr. Heisberg, research lead at Uphold, predicted a $200,000 price, citing institutional demand. If Bitcoin hits these targets post-halving, it could result in the broader market slipping into the bull run, a development that would positively impact XRP. However, the exact extent of XRP's potential upsurge remains uncertain. As a result, we asked Google Bard AI what it thinks XRP price could be following the halving. XRP price if Bitcoin hits 100K or 250K post halving. According to Google Bard, predicting where XRP's price might go after the next Bitcoin halving is difficult. However, drawing on historical trends and current market conditions, the chatbot presented some possible scenarios. Bard suggested that XRP could see a more substantial uptick for every 100% increase in Bitcoin's value. The AI chatbot asserted that XRP would potentially hit $38.5 once Bitcoin clinches the $100,000 price target. This projection implies a remarkable 5.733% surge from its current price of $0.66. Oh my god, if Google Bard is right with this, Lord, man, that would be fantastic. Anyways, next they kind of go into some factors behind it as to why Google Bard was saying that, but that's nothing we haven't covered before in our videos. So guys, with that, I'd like to end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I've missed all of you. I hope you guys are trading well and making that bank. And I mean, well, XRP, you're not really like making a bank, you know, like, well, who knows? Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And thank you so much for tapping in. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tapping in. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, y'all.